It is Wednesday, December 17th at 10:30 a.m. I'm going to do my first kind of market review here, and I think it's best to just jump right into it. Hopefully everyone's having a great Wednesday. First off, SPX ES. I have it rolling over. This is the weekly. We've got push off the RSI, and if we zoom in on the daily, I had this trend line here, this purple trend line. I usually do my trend lines in purple. And we broke. And then I had mid support here at this gray, and we lost that too. So, I mean, there's a soft diagonal support here, but I mean, something like this is kind of what I'm trading for right now. I have this as pretty major support. I mean, this goes back to September. So I'm expecting a reaction here at least. The fact that we blew right through this is, I mean, with this much rollover here is not too surprising. But yeah, let's see where we end up. And NDQ have the same thing. So this is just complete rollover. It's kind of, I'm taking this partially as kind of like the Oracle fallout and that kind of thing. But since May, we've had this just really clean channel. We had a fake out to the bottom, fake out to the top, kind of deviations. And then we had this reclaim and a break back below. This is where I went short. And then I'm targeting this lower support here. I mean, the bear porn can go forever, right? Like you can draw lines all you want, but that's not really how markets usually go. And with this much momentum and, you know, macro policy, I'm kind of taking this level to level. I don't see any reason to go crazy here, but currently, yeah, playing it to this level, and then I'll see what happens. And I'm short the socks. I don't remember who on Twitter it was that showed me. I should call them out because they're such an awesome follow. But socks is the inverse. Direxon daily semiconductor bear 3x, and so with 3x leverage, you gotta be a little more careful with position sizing. But if you inverse this is just the index basically just cranked up to leverage. So we had this key area, bullish breakthrough, and then deviation back inside. That's where I went short. First target's hit. Second target would be here. For me, like, and this is kind of why I made this channel, as far as actually trading this, everyone has different systems. I'm kind of going on the more daily time frame, 4 hours pretty short, 1 hour is even shorter kind of thing. But I took the long. It's inverse, so you take the long. We've hit first target, so I've moved stops to break even slash, because I added a bit more, so break even slash small profit, and I'm expecting something like this. I mean, for it to just go straight up would be really weird. So you could also see this, which is even better. Then you could add and move stops to here, but that's going to depend on EQ, or on NDQ. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's my positioning. I'm really happy with this RSI confluence, everything, and I actually really like looking at inverse charts because it gives you kind of that perspective, right? Like everyone would long this. This is a long any day. So shorts don't necessarily function the same way as longs, but price is price, right? You have, price breaks below, there's a fake breakout, comes back in, breaks out again, RSI confluence. I mean, that's a long every day of the week. So we'll see how it actually plays out. I'm more bearish tech than I am ES, but since they're weighted so heavily these days, it's kind of the same trade, I guess. TLT is another one I'm watching. So I originally had this as kind of a head and shoulders, like a potential head and shoulders on the daily, which would bring it, so here would be the neckline. It would bring it around here, And then if we go to this mode, something like that, it's easier to see. So this is kind of the buy zone for that area. And then as it kind of continued, I have this channel that's really, really compelling. So there's something going on here. That's kind of just what my gut says. If that's the case, then we're looking at a bull flag kind of situation where you have price going up, you know, pullback, and then up we go. And then if we zoom out, this is kind of the context of this on the weekly. And I think this is pretty compelling as well. So this tells a pretty good story to me. And that kind of lines up with the, you know, Trump wanting lower rates, the DXY. I'm about to get into the dollar next, but I mean, this is compelling to me. So I actually bought some TLT on the failure of the first head and shoulders take, but I scratched it pretty quickly because, you know, rates rallied and dollar had some strength. So, but I think long term, like this is the weekly, right? So I'm gonna be watching this for position. There's actually a key target here. So I think there's a lot of opportunity in TLT pretty soon, especially given the macro environment with all the insane spending and that kind of stuff. Let's look at DXY. DXY on the weekly, cooked, completely cooked. So I've been watching this for a while. You can see my trend line here. This is for this range. So we had price came into the range, bounced, failed, and then formed a bottom, failed, held, failed, failed. So I'm expecting here. Now, as far as what happens when we get down to 96, I don't know, obviously. I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. But this looks like something I can trade, and so I started getting bearish dollar after this second failure, and that's kind of why TLT looks so appealing. It didn't line up that way, and that's kind of more of a Forex thing. So let's look at, I want to see, oops, all disorganized. Go into USD JPY. That goes into my USD JPY theory, which is not exactly all my own, but support, 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 rejection, deviation, rejection. I would have liked it to sweep, but this is very bearish to me. I've got one trigger on this trend line, and then this would be another trigger. So I'm positioning for the Japanese yen to grow in strength and for USD to fall, which is kind of like this is just the yen, USD yen carry trade unwind visualized. So that's where I'm at with that. And that is where it kind of plays into, I mean, that lines up perfectly with the bearishness on ES. I mean, there we go, another 10 points. Even as I'm talking about this is falling apart. So yeah, that's where I'm at. My next video, I'll cover some individual stock picks, and then I'll do a crypto video too. But there's my ES and my NDQ video. Hopefully you enjoy.